All right, welcome to another time period. Hope everybody enjoyed the age of nationalism. We're going to move on to the next phase, which is known as the age of imperialism, or the building of global empires. So let's take out a pen, paper, computer, whatever it is. If you are online or if you are in class, let's make sure that we write down everything that you guys feel is important. Okay, everything that you guys feel is of noteworthy. Okay, so it is titled The Building of Global Empires, or the Age of Imperialism. So in the later half of the 19th century, the industrial powers of Western Europe, okay, you're looking at Great Britain, France, you're looking at Germany, okay, you're looking at, after the Italian unification, after the German unification, these Western and some Eastern European nations, they look to extend their control over vast areas of Africa and Asia. That's very important to remember. These are now the desired locations for these European powers. We know right when we started off this class, the desired location for European countries in the age of exploration was in the Western Hemisphere. So it was South America, Central America, and later into North America. This is known as the new imperialism. Okay, the new imperialism. It's not colonialism. That was 1492. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. This was now the new imperialism. Okay, it was rationalized by theories of racial superiority. So we know that these Eurocentric, okay, Western, or let's just say, European countries felt that feeling of racial superiority because of Charles Darwin's theory of natural selection, all right, the theory of survival of the fittest. So these European countries sought to help industrialize indigenous peoples, all right, just like in the age of exploration, European countries went out to build global empires, obtain natural resources, but it was their burden. It was their duty to help civilize non-civilized nations. Okay, but it was only made possible through new technologies that were made in the Industrial Revolution. Okay, and warfare. They weren't going to go into these African and Asian nations without a fight. So they understood that over 60% of manufactured goods that were made in the Industrial Revolution that we covered had to do with warfare. So with these new weapons at their disposal, European countries sought to conquer, annex, okay, have controls of the sphere of influence over African and Asian nations. Now, the United States and Japan, to a lesser extent, even Russia, they were late arrivals to the imperial stage. They would later become imperial powers around the world. But we definitely know that the large imperial power, due to its greatest navy, was Great Britain. That's why they say the sun never sets on the British Empire. Okay, so this is what we now know is modern imperialism. Okay, it's characterized by the following. Okay, motives. Okay, what were the motives of these European countries going out to imperialize? And a lot of them were mixed. Okay, imperial powers claimed economic necessity, strategic imperatives, and a high-minded civilizing mission. Okay, frequently motives were kind of confused. So it became what is known as the white man's burden. Okay, very important key term that we need to know for this chapter, the white man's burden. Okay, to convert Africans and Asians to Christianity, while at the same time enslaving them. Yes, that's the oxymoron to this modern imperialism. Okay? So, one was mixed motives. Second was competition between imperial powers. Just like the same competition occurred in the age of exploration, the competition with these European countries who just industrialized, who just became powerful, unified nations in the age of nationalism, were extremely competitive. Okay, so it's known really kind of as the scramble for Africa and later for the Pacific Islands, illustrated the intense competition among these imperial nations. The United States, they later took over the Philippines in order to be on the equal footing with other powers already in China. Japan seized Korea.